Lead from Night Legion being sooled along, Eurozone likewise, followed by Terra Vista.
2 weeks after producing a stirring late finish to win the George Ryder Stakes at Rosehill on his Australian debut, popular Irish sprinter Gordon Lord Byron will attempt to make it back-to-back Group 1 victories at the Sydney Carnival when he contests the TJ Smith Stakes over 6 furlongs on day 1 of the championships at Randwick next Saturday.
Hit the front with 100 to go from Gordon Lord Byron. Speediness just in front. Gordon Lord Byron dive through, and Gordon Lord Byron has won it from Speediness in El Roca.
The 6-year-old will once again be ridden by Craig Williams, who spent a number of years riding in Europe, so knows their horses and racing style extremely well. Williams conjured that astonishing burst of acceleration out of the gelding inside the final 100 metres to score by a short neck. For colourful Irish trainer Tom Hogan, this race provided yet another memorable chapter in the heartwarming rags to riches story of a horse that no one wanted.
They made an effort to sell him as a yearling, and that didn't work out. Byron, as a sire, wasn't terribly popular. And they went to enter him in a breeze-up sale, and the sale company rejected him. They didn't accept him for the breeze-up. Morgan, who's been a lifelong friend, came up and asked me to know would I have a go and try this horse to see had he any ability. So I rang him back after about 10 days and I said, I like this horse. I said, I think he's a racehorse, but he'll need plenty of time. So we gave him a break, and I brought him back in the autumn to run a 2-year-old race in Roscommon, and I fancied him first time out. And he came awkwardly out. He jumped awkwardly from the stalls and fractured his pelvis. I stood him in a box for 4 months. I packed the stable with old car tyres so as he couldn't lie down. I left him in the stable for 4 months. I've had some national hunt horses that had cracked pelvises that I brought back to win, so I didn't see it as a great problem as long as he stayed alive.
During the past couple of years, Gordon Lord Byron progressed and has established himself as one of the top sprinters in the Northern Hemisphere. Owner Morgan Cahalan talked about the thrill of winning.
When he won his Group 1 in France was a great day. When he won his the Group 1 in Haydock last year, a very special day. We had one of the best jockeys in the world riding him, Johnny Murtha, and you know, he was so impressive that day in Haydock. I mean, people were gobsmacked. And he'd also had a couple of he's had 3 runs in Group 1s in France. As I said, he won as a 4-year-old, and then he was third behind that really good filly whose name was Midnight Cloud. Yep. And then he was second behind her on Arc Day this year, or in 2013. And so he's had 3 Group 1s in France, first, second and third.
And his ambitious connections had no hesitation in accepting invitations from Dubai, Hong Kong and of course Australia to race their pride and joy around the world.
My mother, Lord Byron, always told me that you should never turn down polite invitations. And we got polite invitations to Hong Kong and Australia now and Dubai, so that's why we're going to Australia.
And now Gordon Lord Byron has won the only global Group 1 race run over 7.5 furlongs. Cahalan and his wife Mary are determined to make the most of their first visit to Australia and vowed to spend a fair chunk of the 2 weeks between races visiting the Whitsundays.
I've never been anywhere before I got this horse. I had a passport that I hardly needed. I could have cashed it in like the horse. You know? I just didn't travel. I've never got anywhere I didn't have a reason for going.
Having had a few days sunning themselves, connections will be at Randwick for the championships this Saturday and to see their globe-trotting horse attempt to record his 4th Group 1 win in his eventful and hugely successful career, this time in Sydney's Principal Sprint. As jockey Craig Williams noted about Gordon Lord Byron coming to Australia and winning, it might just open the door to the Irish.
And Gordon Lord Byron has won it from Speediness in El Roca.